Today, I'll explain about the overview of invoice system. First of all, I'll explain about the consumption tax imposed on taxable enterprise. Net amount in 1 year of consumption tax should be paid. Net amount equals sales consumption tax minus purchase consumption tax. This box shows the structure of consumption tax. The blue range shows the sales consumption tax and the red range shows purchase consumption tax. Net amount is calculated by subtracting purchase consumption tax from sales consumption tax. Net amount will be paid to the tax office. Subtracting consumption tax included in expenses equals purchase tax credit. Purchase tax credit is important factor for me to explain about the Japanese invoice system. Look at this picture. This shows the present condition of consumption tax. Store A is a taxable enterprise. Store A gets earnings from customer and pay expenses to Store B. In case that sales consumption tax of 2 million yen from customer and purchase consumption tax of 1.5 million yen is included in expenses. The consumption tax paid to tax office is 500 million yen, calculated from 2 million yen minus 1.5 million yen. After the invoice system started from October 1st in 2023, purchase tax credit applies to only expenses for which eligible invoices have been issued. Eligible invoice is an invoice in which registration number is described in. Only taxable enterprise of consumption tax can be eligible invoice issuers. Conversely, tax-exempt enterprise can't be. Look at this box again. Purchase consumption tax can be subtracting from sales consumption tax in current case. So net amount is calculated from this mechanism. After the invoice system starts, purchase tax credit doesn't apply for expenses to tax-exempt enterprise. In this case, net amount increases. This picture shows the situation after invoice system starts. Store A is a taxable enterprise. In case that Store B is eligible invoice issuer, Store A can subtract purchase consumption tax of 1.5 million yen. Then the consumption tax paid to the tax office is 500,000 yen, calculated from 2 million yen minus 1.5 million yen. In next case, the Store B is not eligible invoice issuer, just tax-exempt enterprise. Store B can just issue present invoice. So Store A can't subtract purchase consumption tax of 1.4 million yen. Then the consumption tax paid to the tax office equals 2 million yen, just as the same as sales consumption tax. In these circumstances, enterprises have to choose their directions. In case of taxable enterprise, should be an eligible invoice issuer because they already pay consumption tax to the tax office, so the tax burden doesn't increase in this case. In the case of tax-exempt enterprise, it's very difficult selection. The first selection is that purposely be a taxable enterprise and be an eligible invoice issuer. By doing so, they can continue trading. In next case, keep a tax-exempt enterprise position. By doing so, they don't have to pay consumption tax, but they have a risk of losing trade. This is why the case of tax-exempt enterprise is difficult. These are the overview of Japanese invoice system. That's all. Thank you.